Hello there, Commonwealth. This is Great Grandpa Gamer. I'm here at Nordigan Beach. I'm not ready to do a tour yet, but I wanted to show you a couple of tricks we can do with the setscale command. Now, the setscale command is only available on PC. A few mods may actually add it to consoles, but this is a mod-free playthrough. So if you're mod-free, you can't do this on a PlayStation or Xbox. I'm sorry. There's another example. A small mannequin inside of a display case. I'll show you how that part gets done, because the rest of the tour for this beach, not happening today. We'll pick another day. I think we'll just get over here to Sanctuary, where we got a nice flat surface. Good place to work from. Let's set up some of our infrastructure. We're going to build a piece of a warehouse, because that big mannequin happens to fit perfectly in the warehouse build. You could do it however which way you like. You could do it for a shack build. You could do it for a two-story build. But I don't know how big the mannequin would have to be in those choices. I'm just going with what I know here today. Let's set down some more stuff. Let's set down the display case I need. There we go. That'll hold that miniature mannequin. Speaking of mannequins, there's a male mannequin. And we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a female mannequin. Okay, we're set. Ready to go. Well, let's check how this door opens first. Yeah, I'd prefer for it to open toward us. Select it. There we go. That'll work. Get it away from other items so I can't group select it. I don't know why I'm looking at this. I need to move the mannequin over. I tell you though, if I could walk and chew bubblegum at the same time, I'd be a happy man. There we are. Okay, just for kicks, we're going to do the console command. Where you're going to use the tilde key. It's that little squiggly thing up in the upper left-hand corner. Now, I put my cursor on the mannequin. It changed the code to FF021830. You can probably see that. I'm going to set scale to 1.6 and watch what happens when I leave console mode. I just press the tilde key again to get out. Yep, he's a pretty big boy. Let's give him something to wear. Yeah, as a matter of fact, this particular design relies on the trapper armor, the lobster trap helmet. And I'm forgetting something right now, not sure what. Now I know what I'm forgetting. The trapper leathers. There we go. So he does no longer look like the white cloth mannequin. It looks like a fully dressed trapper with robotic looking hands. All right. Just look at the size of her. Look at the size of him. That's pretty substantial. He's a big old boy. All right, we'll shrink him down again. Set scale 1. Now let's pick out our cycling lights. there under the miscellaneous electricity section. They look like just the regular old light bulbs. Alright, 2 cycling lights. They look like, yeah, let's move this one a little forward. They look pretty good. Let's see how they fit. Actually, let's go find a generator. Seems to be lost. Okay, hold your horses. Bonus content here. And 3 traps. For cats, 3 traps for dogs. I caught a feral dog. There's that glower. That dog is being controlled by the little generator. In fact, hard to see in the background. Sanctuary is divided into 2 cells. So ultimately, that dog is going to be in the wrong cell for that signal to reach him and calm him down. He's going to attack settlers, and they will put him down. Same thing happens at Spectacle Island, Vault 80. Is it Vault 80 or 88? And I heard one of the farms in the Far Harbor had the same problem. Alright, there's a couple eyes. Let's move our noisemaker out of the way, please. Thank you. Okay. Now we can increase the size again. By the way, once you open the console using the tilt button, you can push the up or down arrow to scroll through previous commands. And that's what I just did. I scrolled upwards. And let me see, he doesn't seem to be matching his eyes. Let's just back him up a little bit. That's looking better. That'll work. Okay, now let's change his eyes to the color red. We're going to need a terminal for that. Right over here, okay. It says light box, but they're cycling lights. Same control helps both of them, which is unfortunate. But yeah, it is the way it is. Not much we can do about it. Okay, let's see how he looks. Ooh, I can see those red eyes from here. Red glowing eyes. Yep, that's part of my Halloween showcase. All right. Now I had the female mannequin, and we're going to stuff her in this display case. Right now, she's probably complaining. You're what? Okay, we'll shrink her down. Console command. No, not workshop. Tilde. There it is. All right, let's set her to 2.5. Well, to 0.2. She didn't change size, but somebody did. See, when you select an object to run the console command against, it stays there. Until you quit the game, it'll be the same object. So for her to become the object, I gotta select her with a cursor again. I'm gonna back away from her because it's showing armor rack. I don't want any text showing. Our set scale 1 point, no. 2.5, no, that's 2.5 times bigger. Need to change the size to 2.5 of what it is now. 0.25. All right, she looks pretty small. Let's check her against the display case. Nope, too small. Let's try 3. Yeah, let's check. Come on, there you go. Nope, that's wrong. How about 3.5? 0.35, sorry. That looked about right. Let's go with it. All right, now we need to get her in the case, which is easier said than done. We're going to do a combination of the pillar glitch and the rug glitch. Two of them together do some really cool things. I'll show you some of those cool things one of these days, if you like. First, we'll start off with our pillar. There you go, 1 pillar, made to order. Then we're going to put the smallest rug I could find. This first rug that we place down will have collision. It will abide by all the rules of collision. There you go, I think that's what I'm looking for. And it's very close to the pillar. Now I think I'd like to have a rubber mat, because it's roughly the same size as the top of that display case. You know, not that it matters. What matters is she gets in the display case and centered. Most display cases rely on you manually putting things in. In other words, outside of workshop. That's why we're using a rug glitch and a pillar to make this move. I cannot move her in there. You saw me trying it out for size earlier. All I got was red. That looks like a good height. Now let's adjust things and make the pillar rest flat on the ground. There we go. It's not sunk into the ground, it's flat on the ground. And these mats should still be the same height as the base of the display case. There we are. Now, just put her somewhere on the center of that mat. That mat doesn't have any collision. She won't have any collision. Okay. Let's go set her in there. Now, I tried all kinds of different things, but knowing the exact height is critical to putting her in the display case with her feet on the base. Otherwise, she'll be floating in midair. And that may be okay with you. For this attempt, I'd rather have it appear that her feet are on the floor. Let's give her some armor. Saving some good old robot armor for her. Well, I think I better equip it too. I bought a helmet and heavy robot armor pieces. There she is. She looks good. We can close the door on her. Keep her right there forever. Okay. There she is. She looks pretty good. I'm pleased with that.
What a surprisingly pleasant day. Perhaps it will lift our spirits.
They both look pretty good. Now here's an afterthought. This display case needs to be in the exact position where it's going to end. I just did a group select on the display case and she didn't come with it. Ouch. That kind of stinks. Well, there we go. Celebrate good times as great grandpa gamer. Thanks for watching. We'll see you for the next one. Y'all have a great day.